Hello, dorks. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hey, howdy, hey, how's it going? We got a cat, we got a streamer, we got Dwarf Fortress. We got Dwarf Fortress, and today's an extra special day because we are going to start a brand new fortress in this continual world. We are going to continue in the kobold world with a new fortress. And that's doubly exciting because I have no idea what we're gonna do here. The first step is to figure out what we're doing. Where fortress? What fortress? How fortress? Or that's what we're figuring out first. So that'll be exciting. I have some ideas, but I don't have any real good decisions. I haven't made any decisions. Yeah, that's where we're at. Also, no pictures yet, but keep an eye out for maybe a second creature appearing in Discord or on stream sometimes. I'm not going to say soon. I'm not going to say soon because I'm not going to put pressure on her, but there is a new creature in our apartment and she's slowly acclimating to our space. She's very shy. She's very timid right now. And I was just hanging out with her in the bathroom, her little hangout spot, and I got her to eat from one of those little treat tubes. I was getting her to eat from one of those, and she almost played with me. I don't know. She was getting close enough that she was thinking about maybe attacking my fingers, but then she'd kind of like back up and be like, no, I'm good. Like it's odd because she's not like amped up or agitated or anything. She's just like, I'm good. No, just you stay over there. I'll be over here. We're good. So I'm like, okay, we're good. Right? We're good. So someday she'll come out and say hi to everyone. She's adorable. I haven't even had a chance to get like a real good look at her because she's been hiding the whole time. So yeah, pictures when they're available. Keep an eye out for that. Yeah, anyway, today's episode is brought to you by lightning. Sometimes it's in bottles, and by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord. That's the lightning that is striking twice these days, so I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us, hanging out with my cats, hanging out with our kobolds. And that's the whole thing, right? I have it over here. OBS resets my window sizes every time I move it. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. We're going to start a new adventure, or new fortress. By adventure, I mean fortress. We're still not updating our mod. Yeah, so I was looking over our world map, trying to think of what we should be doing here, what we should prioritize. And didn't come to any conclusions. We have a couple of interesting choices. We're gonna go fortress. And yeah, I think the main thing that we're looking for here, the thing that I'm looking for here, is a way to continue our story, right? Hello, Barely Creative. We have a pretty established story in this world. We're going to continue being the same civilization. That's my rule. Still says Discord. Oh, dang it. You're right. There's so many little things to change now. I need like a master switch to just like swap all my junk. There we go. Let's all remember the disc. Praise disc. Okay, so we are the Serpent of Baths, right? We have leopard bins up here. It's doing great, probably. And then we have lash bow down here, which we just concluded. We did a little adventure. We retired a couple people like way up here. But our civilization is primarily up in this northern area. Primarily in this middle upper area. Like we don't go to the coast too much, except for like down here. So thoughts I'm having. I think rivers are important to our culture. So I think it'd be cool to do another river thing. I don't know if we're gonna find another interesting river like we did last time. I was looking the most interesting spots. So our little inland sea here is kind of interesting because we have our evil forest over here, right? We have a good aligned ocean over here. We got an evil forest, rocky wasteland, serene ocean, and then the ocean, right? So I think that's kind of interesting. Good aligned forest. See, there isn't a good aligned forest. That's the thing. There are only 3 evil regions in our world, and all 3 of them are associated with goblin capitals, right? So we have our evil forest here. There's a goblin capital here that now Reg is in charge of. There's a little evil area down here, a haunted shrubland that has a dark fortress on it. And then way down here, there's a haunted shrubland that has the other fortress on it. So we have 3 goblin civilizations, 3 evil areas with 3 goblin castles on them, essentially. Those are all the evil areas. There aren't any evil areas outside of that, from what I can tell. And then as far as the good areas go, there's this ocean, which is interesting because all the goodness is the ocean itself. So I don't know what that would actually do fortress-wise. Like you can't embark fully on an ocean. But if you embarked like I was looking at over here, there's like a couple rivers hitting the ocean at the same time. So the land here is calm, and then the water is serene. And calm is just like neutral. So it would be like I don't know what a good ocean would do for us, right? I don't know how that would actually change anything in practice. Because whatever wildlife that would influence, they would be water wildlife. So hooray, right? Not quite sure what that would do. The other good aligned area is a glacier. We have a joyous wild glacier at the far bottom corner of our world, which is just absurd enough to be interesting. I've never personally done a glacier fortress. Goodness glacier, yes. This is a freezing ocean out here, untamed wilds all around. We have tundra over here, untamed wilds. We have Arctic Ocean untamed wilds, and then we have a glacial joyous wilds, which somehow still has a light aquifer. So there's that. That is interesting. This would be difficult. I would class this as a difficult embark. The other thoughts that I've had are that we have a bunch of volcanoes, right? We've had one volcano fortress. We've had one river fortress. There are plenty of other volcanoes. Like there's all these volcanoes out here. We could do something kind of similar to what we were doing with our forest spot here. Like we kind of embarked intentionally close to the goblins so that we could kind of attack them reliably. The reliable part did not end up panning out quite as we planned, but we were right next to them, right? We could go down here. There's Horror Castle is its actual name. This is probably, as far as I can tell, the most populated goblin site in our world still. Like it's this place is nuts. There is a nearby volcano. So we could also embark into these mountains and then assault Horror Castle over here. Like this, it's a little bit further, but it's really not far. This is like less than a day's journey, right? Half a day's travel northeast, yeah. And then there's just this random forest in the middle. So we could start to make like a little military station at this volcano over here. That would be kind of cool. Make a good aligned hot spring in the glacier by digging up lava and have it melt the glacier. An artificial hot spring? That would be kind of cool. That could be kind of cool. That is an interesting thought. Last march on Horror Castle? Right. And I think that would at least tie into our story pretty easily because it's very similar to what we did last time. The one key difference is that with our previous fortress, we brought an adventurer there, right? We have Reg, and he was kind of the through line for that fortress. If we're just starting a brand new fortress from scratch, we don't necessarily have a character who is our through line to the rest of our story, right? But that might not matter. I'm sure we'll end up connecting with our story in some way. We'll probably get people from our civilization to come down here. Maybe we'll attract one of our necromancers to just embark here. Hello, Pizintios. I think I say it different every time. How's it going? We're brainstorming places to go into our world here. There's some more volcanoes down here. This is kind of an island. Is that right? Okay, good. There's a little separation there. I don't think... Yeah, there's, like, this is separated from the rest of the world, but not by much. There's also, like, little random volcanic islands, which we wouldn't have access to, like we wouldn't get caravans from other civilizations. But we could just be trapped on a volcano island if we really wanted to. We can... Oh, there's also the 2 necromancer fortresses, or yeah, necromancer towers. I guess those are the other evil areas, right? No, this isn't even evil anymore. Was this actually evil before? I don't recall. Burn Post is not on evil ground anymore, but it has fallen, and then the other one, Harshwings, is still on haunted land, but it is not controlled by anyone. So we could just, like, we could use DF Hack to just embark onto a necromancer tower. That would be an option. I was trying to find, like, a big river. Here's a nice big confluence. That might be interesting. But I don't see anything larger than a stream in our world, which is kind of interesting. I kind of want, like, a big wide river, but I don't know that we actually have one. So that might not be an option. But we could find another cool confluence, right? This is like 2 rivers flowing into 1 river. Deconstruct it into its own maze. Oh, the Necromancer Tower? That'd be interesting. Back to Dorkality. Excellent. Welcome in. Happy lurkin'. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of, like, little river confluences, right? Those could be interesting. I don't know if this one... Is there any, like, cliffs around here? Oh, there's some nice cliffs over here. That's probably an interesting site. That might be an interesting place to go to. Nope, that's not what I meant. So, what do you think? I don't know if I'm gonna go through the trouble of doing a poll, but we have... I'm gonna say... Up here, rivers flowing into a good ocean, a good inland ocean, is an option. I'm going to say our Joyous Wilds Glacier is an option, despite my better wisdom. That would be interesting. We could go down to this volcano that's directly, not directly, but like nearby to a goblin fortress. And we can just kind of assault from our volcano mountain. The river coming out of that glacier. Kind of. Does it actually register as a river? Not really. I bet that is a river, though. Because it's like it doesn't even connect. That is kind of strange. 2 rivers flowing into a river, flowing into a turtle, flowing into 4 elephants, flowing into 4 novelty-sized balancing balls, flowing into the ether. That is a possibility, yes. What if we just built like a gigantic turtle underground and put our fortress like on top of it? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, and then so those are kind of my main thoughts. Oh, and then like we could go just build on this necromancer tower for the heck of it. There is a river here, the Devourer of Chains. Very cool. Oh, and then the other options are our civilization has 2 fallen fortresses that we've visited in adventure mode. So Runditch is they're both world gen fortresses. So Runditch over here and Mischief Nest down here are both uninhabited at the moment. Mischief Nest is interesting because most recently in not our last adventure, but like a recent adventure, Reg came through there and there was a bunch of kobolds and they were all worried about a goblin army that was marching on them. So we told a bunch of kobolds to come with us and be safe. And they're like, yeah, sure, I'll flee this marching army. So this place has since fallen, but no one controls it. And then similar kind of thing with Runditch. That was where we were first introduced to the experiments, right? The Lime Rhythm soldiers overthrew their goblin oppressors and kicked them out and lived there, but didn't form a government. So it's just not controlled by anyone. And I was doing some tests beforehand, and it seems that if we reclaim those fortresses, all of the people who were living there don't stay there. It's just us when we get there. But I wonder, that's with reclaiming, right? What if we said embark anywhere? This is just a test. What if we just said embark anywhere and embarked on top of it? Does that keep the people there? I'm curious. Of course, I made us a dwarf civilization. This is just a test. This is just us figuring out. I do like the look of these places because it's like there's roads here, right? We have overland roads. We have a bunch of goblin towers. We have our big fortress entrance. It's kind of a cool place. So there's us. And then, yeah, I don't think there's anyone else here. So there are... Did we just embark with dragons? There's dragons down there. Okay, so then what if I reveal? Did that change anything? There's just a dragon down here. Strange. How is this? Hold on. Does this connect? Does this connect to anything? Where does this go? There's down here. Excuse me? It's just a stranded little bit of strange. I mean, is it possible that there's people down here and we're just not seeing them? There is a lot of space down here. In fact, there's just random pet of somebody. Who? I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's anyone here. What if I just unpause? A kestrel. Because I can try to tell him to like come down here. I would imagine that the am I doing? I imagine that reveal would reveal the creatures because it did with the dragons. Let's just do that, right? And then a squad, no uniform. I'm just gonna put them all in it real quick. Just like that. And then, of course, all the doors are locked. So I'm gonna go, let's go up to the surface. I'm just gonna unforbid the whole map. I'm gonna go from here up to here. And just go all the way down. Whoop. What is, I don't know what that is. That's interesting. But now everything's unforbidden. Oh, and there's an ambush. There are people here. There are people here. There's a Gorlak. Just a Gorlak. This is Mischief Nest, right? Yeah. So we would expect some kobolds. Interesting. Steward. Snowdub the Steward. Yeah, you're from the Goblin civilization. Interesting. It also says they're hostile, but maybe it doesn't. I mean, they're just finding a bunch of people. There's a bunch of goblins. There's a bunch of dwarves. Huh. Huh. Hello, Jexwing. How's it going? Is this what we want to do? Cause the kobolds, you don't belong to a group at all. Why do you not belong to a group? How does that work? Well, we could conscript them into our fortress, right? Though I wonder if they would actually ask at some point. Interesting. So where's I want to find our people. Picking up equipment? Yeah, I guess that's fair. So, what if we go down? What about these dragons? So there's these random dragons down here. I'm gonna say squad, go down here. We'll see who we find along the way. Random statue of a mountain goat person? Unreachable location. Okay, well. Fair enough. What about, like, down here? Okay, they're finding some more stuff. So there's another Gorlak. There's a bunch of Gorlaks and goblins here. So I wonder what would happen if we went to the other one, if there would actually still be experiments there. Is that what we want to do? Okay, well, I mean, that's an option, right? So, yeah. Anyone have opinions? We got Good Beach, we got Joyous Wilds Glacier, we have Embark on top of Necromancer Towers, we have Embark on top of Fallen Fortresses, we have Embark in a volcano next to a goblin capital. Glacier might be cool. The Glacier is going to be absurd. The Glacier is probably the most absurd of those options. And it's the thing I haven't done before. Glacier is definitely going to be cool. Whatever else the Glacier is going to be, it will definitely be cool. Actually start a cold embark today. Interesting. On a glacier or just like on a tundra? There's also like just straight up Untamed Wilds Beach. I would like to be a little on the smaller side. We did a 2x2 last time. Cold desert. Yeah, yep, no trees. Yeah, we're gonna find the same thing here. There is no tree, no vegetation here. But I think embarking at least partly on the beach is going to be helpful because there's driftwood. Quite hard, could be interesting, yeah. Absurd is fun, true. Could still invade overland toward Horror Castle, very true. Very, very true. The last frontier. So what if we did like... Curious about this. This is gonna still be a test. Oh, I didn't actually set our, civilization. And that river, yeah, it might be... This is... That's a strange one. Hello, here because you're #1 on Dwarf Fortress streams. Howdy, hello, welcome in. I don't know how that happened. There's like a bunch of other people streaming, right? Welcome in. We're picking a place for a new fortress. This is that river. I don't know that that river is exactly praiseworthy. There's a sturgeon in it though. But this is what tundra looks like. #1 best? Okay. I'll take your word for it. I did do a test embark at a different spot on here, and it had some interesting, like, cliffs and such. World's shortest river, no joke. That's really just the runoff from the glacier going into the ocean. The other thought that I had, this is a thought that I don't know is possible, so I'm actually tempted to try it. There is a DF hack thing called deep embark, or like a pond. It was a long pond. It was a long pond. I mean, the game makes it look like a river, but it doesn't have a name, so I don't know that it's actually technically a river. But like there's some cliffy type things over here, so we could do like... Could do something like this. I still didn't set our actual civilization. But here we get a little bit of beach. Get our driftwood. That would be our only source of wood. Until we hit the caves, right? There will be caves under here. But this is Joyous Wilds, Beach, and Ocean, and then, or no, it's Untamed Wilds out here, and then Joyous Wilds on the glacier itself. But there's like all these ice walls, right? Like this is at an actual glacier. And that's kind of cool. It's not that interesting landscape-wise, but it's kind of interesting. Shale, and glacier. And I believe there's aquifer under here as well. So that's an option. A rather strong contender, I think. My other thought was there's this DF hack thing called Deep Embark, which we've played with a little bit before. Kind of spits you out into the caves, right? What if... And we've kind of been toying with the idea of, like, sneaking ourselves into an area near the goblins and fighting them from nearby, right? What if you just deep embarked under a goblin fortress? I'm curious if that's possible. So we want embark anywhere, for sure. And we want deep embark. Depth not specified. How do I... Specified underground region. Because we only have one cave layer. Embark in the underworld and disable the usual welcoming party. Yeah? Let's do... Depth. Cavern 1. Right? Finish successfully. And then we'd be our kobolds, right? And then we would just embark in here. Like, oh, I still need to do this? Is that how it works? Yeah. What does this do? Please unpause to zoom to your deep embark. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna be like deep under it by the spire. Hey, what plants do you prefer when outdoors farming? Oh, good question. Hello. I like whatever's available, I guess. Yeah, where are we? Pick up equipment. It actually plopped us into this. Oh, that's interesting. And then does this actually go through? Last time we were here, this didn't actually poke through all the way. It looks like it still doesn't. But that would also mean that we would have easier access to the underworld? If that were a thing we wanted? This is a heck of an embark spot. Is this our stuff? I think this is the equivalent of our wagon. I was kind of expecting it to put us in the caves. I kind of want to be in the caves and we just hide from the goblins, right? I also don't know that they're gonna, like, actually attack us. There's also, like this holding thing, right? There's a whole spire up here. Does it have a roof? It does. Okay. So that's interesting, right? I don't know. Bunch of dead goblins. Almost like someone came through here at one point. But yeah, like this would be... We could even potentially try to embark a couple different times and see if we can get into the caves here. It would be interesting to be hiding from the goblins like that, right? I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, outdoor plants. I mean, there's a couple cloth plants, there's some booze plants. The dye plants. Well, I guess dye has changed recently, right? I'm still in an older world, so I don't have all the new dyes. But it used to be like 3 of the 4 dye plants were outdoor crops. Now everything's a dye plant. Yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to think. We were doing olives for a while, picking olives from trees and turning that into olive oil for the heck of it, because it's a thing you can do. I don't know. I don't know that I have a real good preference. It's kind of like they're all food, right? I don't know that any one of them is like super different from the others, with the exception of if you are in a good biome, which we're just kind of talking about, or a good land biome, I guess. All of our, we're not be growing crops from either of our good biomes, but there is a alcohol-making plant that only exists in good biomes, and it makes the best booze. I forget. I was just looking at it. What is it called? Sunberry. Good regions support Sunberry, which makes the best alcohol in the game. But other than that... Yeah. And I don't think I've ever actually done that before. I've never actually had that available to me. Well, mostly because I usually do evil as opposed to good. But, you know. Matched calls the Wayward Skin. That's a disturbing name. So let's say I'm gonna do a poll. I don't know if any of you are gonna actually vote in it, but how do I do this? Where new fort? I'm gonna say Joyous Wilds Glacier. Serene Ocean. I'm gonna say Reclaim Runditch. I'm gonna say Deep Embark Goblins. I think those are the best options that we have to us. Curious if anyone has opinions. I think those would all be interesting. Those would all be interesting in different ways. The Serene Ocean is probably the most traditional site of all those. We wouldn't have to, that's the one that we wouldn't have to hack. The rest involve hacking in some way. Oh no, I guess Joyous Wild doesn't. The Glacier we wouldn't hack. That would just be hard. It would just be very difficult. And then there's like Volcano here. It'd be kind of cool. There's some cool river confluences, right? We could do something like over here. This is what, a freshwater marsh? The surroundings are kind of whatever. Runditch theoretically has all the experiments. Theoretically, yeah, Runditch is the one that was controlled by goblins, and then the humans and the experiments kicked out the goblins, but never set up a government. So we could just try to, like, do it for them, right? Try to get them all into our fortress proper, and then they would be citizens of our civilization. To what end, I don't know. The other thought is that in both of our fortresses so far, we've done kind of a nice, whatchamacallit, a nice monument of some kind. So I would like to continue that. I would like to have a construction of some kind. And I kind of like the spa idea. I'd like an artificial spring in the glacier might be kind of cool. That would be our construction for that site. Looks like people are leaning towards the glacier. I think I do too. That's going to be the most absurd. Or maybe I should say that's going to be the most absurd in a way that the game intends for things to be absurd. Embarking underneath a fortress would be absurd in a way that the game does not plan for. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna do a 3x3 to kind of keep us on the smaller side still. And I think like this, maybe? I don't want too much ocean, because ocean can kind of have its own FPS issues, right? Is there a settlement on the ice? There is nothing here. There is nothing here. You can see everything that's here. It is just a sheet of ice. Even this tundra, like there's a little cave, there's a lair, there's a shrine. That is it. This is a barren wasteland. To east. Over here, I mean, there's a cave, there's a lair, There's some volcanoes. And then this is a kind of its own little island, but it has some ice as well. But no glaciers, it's all tundra. How many years of history in the world? 100. We generated up to 100, and now we are at 142. Grow a forest? If only. If only! I would grow trees in a heartbeat if that were possible. That's just not an option. You can harvest all the acorns you want. Won't make a forest. Maybe someday. I'm gonna say here. Oh, did I actually? I don't know that I actually. I don't know that I set my civilization. That is important. Does cavern wood still work? Yes. As wood, yes. But we couldn't, like, propagate a cavern fortress onto the surface, right? But we would have access to wood from the caves. Skip. Okay, we want to be the Serpent of Baths. I want to come down here. We're going to make a 3x3. I'm gonna try right here. And I don't know, do I prepare carefully at all? Can I animals. I don't suppose I can ask for dragons at this point. Nope. I can ask for black mambas. Reindeer, goats. Maybe we should definitely embark with some cave blobs. Embark with some sheep or llamas or something. There's llamas. I think sheep are the cheaper ones. Yeah, sheep are cheaper. So that we can make wool stuff. And pasture, true. Hopefully, I mean, we're gonna find the cave, right? We're gonna find the cave. Who knows how long it's gonna take, though. Pigs and chickens or something, yeah. For food, totally. Buttercup or picks. Of course, I don't know that I care about all their skills. Maybe you can dredge up seaweed from the ocean. Yeah, totally. I think maybe we just do the default. I just want to go back. I have to go all the way back to the menu. Being overly whimsical. I wouldn't say so. I appreciate whimsy. I appreciate the whimsies that are possible in this game. Because it's really hard to tell, like so many things are possible in this game, sometimes it's kind of surprising the things you can't do. But now that we've talked about this for half an hour, let's start a fortress. Let's do the thing. We're gonna do Serpent of Baths. Gonna come down here. Gonna do a 3x3. Gonna go right here. We're just gonna play now. Of course, we're in midsummer. I didn't actually check our... I don't know if we're close enough to get any caravans. Our home civilization should at least send us a caravan or two, right? Like we're down here. The Action of Blaming is the name of our government. And Sludge Skewers is the name of our fortress. And see, like, oh, there's like humans. Oh, this says there's no population at Horror Castle. Interesting. There's been stuff going on over here. Huh. Interesting. And then this one over here, no contact. Interesting. Okay, well let's save. Let's commit. Let's do it. I think my goal for starting out here is to at least spend a couple years in fort mode before we do any adventuring type stuff. Because I think some of the weirdness with our last fortress was going into adventure mode like immediately after founding a fortress. I don't think the game really liked that. So I'm going to try not to do that this time. Oh, it just like made autosaves for all those, whatever. Whatever. Sludge Skewer is an interesting name. Don't want to juke the caravans. Let's try not to fool them. Let's try not to confuse them. So it is snowing, right? It's probably freezing. Fortunately, it's summer, so this is going to be as warm as it gets. And we have a bunch of wood. By a bunch, I mean we have some wood. This whole beach appears to be shale and sand. Oh, we have sand. That's nice, at least. Snow-covered ice. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna leave, like, the glacier itself alone for now. I'm gonna leave the glacier itself alone. Maybe we'll pick a spot. I don't know, I was gonna pick kind of a central spot over here. Interesting bottleneck to say the least, yeah. Of course it is, the landscape is relatively flat here. Like this is all just slopes. If we're gonna make a defensive structure, we're gonna have to like do something from scratch. But we kind of know what we're doing as far as that goes. So I think what we're gonna do. So there's some ice, there's some shale. I want to find a spot where it's just shale, right? Wet black sand. Shale, snow-covered driftwood. Okay, so these 4 tiles are shale. Let's see if we can just go down a bit. The other thing I want to start them on is gathering up some of this wood. I'm gonna call this a wood stockpile. Do we need to like chop the driftwood? Or do they just gather the wood? Curious how that works. Okay. Now I'm curious what's gonna happen for aquifer. How unlucky do we want to get here? Actually, we're just hitting... Seem to just be hitting dry rock here. Oh, we got our waves. We got our icy mist. Like, it does not appear that I can tell them to chop the wood. I assume we can get wood from the wood. I'm hoping we can get wood from the wood. Finding all sorts of... We already found magnetite. With luck, caverns will have mushroom trees. I am hoping so. I was kind of expecting... Oh, is this... There is some aquifer down here. There is some aquifer. Oh, good. Okay. Well, we at least have a decent amount of the surface before we get to aquifer. With mushroom trees comes great mushroom dinners, yes. How do we want to go about this? This is... gypsum. I think we're just gonna go down. I would love to just find the caves, like, immediately. Just gonna say, yes, it's probably damp. You could dig through it as quickly as you can. That would be great. And then this isn't gonna, like... because driftwood isn't like its own kind of wood. Is driftwood useless? Feature of beach maps replenishes over time, can randomly appear. Cannot be harvested for wood, nor can it be smoothed over. Note that you cannot see the rock type of a driftwood tile while the driftwood is present. It can be removed by building a road on a tile, which will transform into an ordinary tile of base rock type. Driftwood is not destroyed by contact with magma. Driftwood is not very useful. So that's cool. Yeah, we need the caves. I think we should have 2 picks, right? So I'm gonna say we have 3 picks. I'm gonna say our planter needs to be, and our woodworker are all gonna be miners for a moment. Is this all? Nope, this is all gonna be aquifer. Oh, good. Oh, goody goody. Okay, yeah, we're already... okay. We're just gonna dig a nice little side here. For draining, it's already... wow. Okay, that was close. That was close. Are we even through? I think we're through the aquifer. Oh, that's even a very... that's a nice tall aquifer. Let's smooth this out real quick. Because I don't want to deal with that. Right, just do that. And maybe this will be like our upper layer, so that we're not too close to the surface. Hey look, limestone. I'm also curious if, like, we just... well, we want to get our junk inside, right? Let's get our junk inside before something interesting happens. Oh, look! A Yeti. Let's get inside. Let's work on getting our junk inside. I do still like my curviness, right? So we're gonna keep being curvy. Maybe... nope. Maybe... something like this to start with. this. Kind of symmetrical, but not really. It's kind of what I'm going for here. And then our first main chamber is just going to be right here. I want it to be filled? Where's filled? Did this change? What happened here? Stop placing. Strange. I used to be able to just say fill it in. Did they change this on me? I want to stop placing points. What happened? What'd they do? Really? They switched things up on me? It used to be perfect. We'll go... Nope. Like so. Start like this. This will eventually become like a tavern or something, but for right now it's going to be like get all our junk inside. Well, we do have a llama. What animals did we actually get here? We have a llama and a lamb. Cool, thanks. I want to keep an eye on this Yeti. Kind of disconcerting. Oh, and then there's... I keep messing with OBS stuff. Just gonna wander away. I think Yeti are mainly peaceful. Interesting. Well, it was within eyeshot of our people, that's for sure. Are they wild? Could you tame a Yeti? Or are they like people? And you have... Hasn't done anything Yeti. Also, hi, welcome in. So that's fine. That's all fine. And then... Oh, and then they're all smoothing, right? I guess smoothing is important. I do want that to happen. Okay, I'll let them smooth. And then when they're done, they'll start mining. There we go. Got limestone and shale. More shale! Hooray! That's what our last fortress was. Hello, JM. How's it going? We've started a new fortress. We are in a brand new place here. Mistbreaking ground, we're very short way in. We just got down past an aquifer. We discovered that we can't use the driftwood for wood. Haven't even found the caves yet. In London, interesting. Fun. Hopefully fun. I'm gonna start just making a stockpile here. It's gonna take everything except for rocks and wood, I guess. Not that we have any yet. But everything else I just want brought down here. Who's founding our fort? Some kobolds. These are new characters. We'll see if we get any familiar faces as we go, but so far these are all new people. Our caravan leader is Sadler. Here's our caravan leader here. I'll let them keep digging. Poor social awareness, values commerce. I was in a snowstorm. It's annoying. So we do still have annoying weather. Not quite as bad as the blood rain. But they are still going to complain about being out in the snow. Quarreler. That's good. Good. I have a work meeting in London first thing, so I'm staying with a friend tonight. That's cool. I am doing good. We spent a little while deciding what we're doing here. There were a couple interesting options. Also, there aren't any pictures yet, but there is a new creature in our apartment who should be showing up on stream someday when she's more comfortable being out with the rest of us. Lungfish! We embarked with lungfish. Perfect. We are truly blessed. No water source. That's going to be the other thing. I'm gonna have to get that sorted pretty quickly here. There is still a bunch of stuff here they're working on bringing down. We do have booze. I'm gonna make a hotkey. This is going to be Fort Upper. A were creature? Yeah. She might be a were creature. We'll see. She's very shy so far. She's been very timid and hasn't really been interacting with us much, but we just got her yesterday, so I don't expect her to be... Or no, that's not what I wanted. She's not as gung-ho as Heck was, but that's not surprising because Heck is ridiculous. How dare you not post creature pictures on Discord? I haven't got any good pictures of her yet. She's that shy. She kind of buried herself under the blanket in the cat carrier on the ride home. And then she's been in... no, that's not what I meant. She's been in the bathroom, kind of hiding, like in between the shower curtains. That's where she's been most so far. Moon is 99.9% full tonight. Oh, good. Somewhere out there, there's a weremonkey. A little kitten, a baby Heck, yes. 13 weeks, I think is what they said. And we know very little about her. Like, we had kind of a backstory about Heck when we first got her. This is just a cat from the shelter. We know that she comes from from Eastern Washington. There's a shelter out there that every once in a while sends cats to a shelter near us, apparently. And this was one of those. Now it has those options. I feel slightly insane, but okay. Let's just make another little room here. There's probably going to be like... I don't know what that's going to end up being. But very quickly, we're going to be wanting to find our caves here. Let's go ahead and disassemble our wagon. We're going to at least get 3 pieces of wood from our wagon. We at least have 3 logs. And I'm going to make a meeting area to get our animals down here at least. I think this is going to be our meeting area. I'm going to call it a tavern. I think we're going to start with a tavern, see if we can get visitors. I don't know who's going to brave the wilds out here. The roasted dinner, excellent. We can at least get that process started though. Savia is saying that more people are getting pedigree cats and shelter cats are suffering. Everyone needs to adopt a cat right now. Yeah. That's interesting. I hadn't heard that. Oh, why do I see a combat log? The Yeti's fighting a dog. The Yeti throws the dog. There's vomit on the ice up here. Where'd our Yeti go? Yeti's up here. Where's our dog? Did our dog die? The dog retches. I don't think we have a dead dog. Injured. Yup. Yup. Okay, well. Yetis fight the dogs at least. Oh, what did I just see? Fluffy Wambler remains. Where did we get a Fluffy Wambler from? There's Fluffy Wamblers. Oh my god, look at them! I need to see a living one right now. Okay, yeah, everyone come inside. And we're at least getting some rock out of this, right? We found rock pretty easily. So I'm gonna say I at least want to just get a door, right? Get our very initial setup going. This is gonna be very temporary, I'm sure. And then we'll do a bridge that can close. And then we'll make a stair. We can go up to the roof, make a roof. Yeah, I've never been, I don't think I've ever done like a pedigree cat. I think all of our cats have been either shelter or like from friends, right? Sybil was from a friend. All the others have been shelter cats. Our miners need to be just mining. Do just mining, please. Everyone else can build this. Nope, okay. Oh, here's the Yeti. Oh, now it's autumn. Okay. Okay, we're fine. This is fine. So last fort we did a no trap fort. Do we do... What's our philosophy for this fort? Are we allowing cage traps here? I mean, the cat was fine. I wonder if the... Oh, it's seriously injured even. I wonder if the dog started it. Oh, come on. You're just running off? Okay, and then we want a floor up here. And that got made. Perfect. I guess I do want this to have wood, so we can bring those 3 pieces of wood down here. Since those are the 3 that we have. No, just want to make it bigger. Okay. I would like to find the caves before I do too much more room digging. Just in case we find caves in a place that we don't want them to be. I'm gonna say maybe... like this? I don't like doing a lot of really vertical stairwells, because it doesn't feel very koboldy to me, but I think this will be our exploration shaft. Then our actual fortress will be with ramps and junk. Hopefully we don't find more aquifer. But we found more aquifer. Dang it. Oh, keep going. Uh-oh. Merchants have arrived, but we don't have a thing. Okay, that was quick. Okay. Let's plop it in here, I guess. At least we got a caravan. Trade depot. Blam. Also gonna need to smooth all this. Ugh. They're not gonna get all the way down there. Let's go to here. And then we'll do... no, I want... like that. And then we'll do a little jog up this way. Should probably also have like nobles and stuff. We have our caravan leader. We want our voices who does the brokering, right? So this is gonna be whoever's an appraiser, which is our miner, great. Stock keeper we care about. Our planter is a record keeper. I think we want a doctor. We no medical experience whatsoever. Good. Fisher Bold, you can be our medic. And then I'm not gonna worry about enforcement of anything yet. We're gonna have to make some rooms for those two. And the Yeti's fighting the dwarf. Oh, good. Good. The healthy Yeti. Is that the same Yeti? Probably the same Yeti. I mean, it says it's a wild animal. Can you train Yetis? Can I tame Yetis? Can I breed war Yetis? Hopefully they're cool. You all gonna be cool, or you're just gonna... Oh, you're coming in. Oh, neat. And also there's just fluffy wamblers. Are they a vermin? Are fluffy wamblers vermin? Is that gonna be our rats here? They must be coming to our completed trade depot. Excellent. I will request our broker. We're gonna have nothing to trade. We haven't even been here a full season yet. I guess we have some gems. How dare you say that about wamblers? Also, yes, they are. Okay. Got it. Is there anything we can make real quick? I mean, we could just do... Gosh, we have... Well, it's not much aquifer. It's just gonna be awkward. It's awkward fur. Aquifers are awkward fur. I'm gonna say we're gonna dig a ramp here because it's gonna be like actual fortress navigation. Just do like that. And then we come down here and we're gonna do a little path that goes like this. Can start with that. And then actually I just want something small for the moment. We're just gonna do like some initial emergency crafting. Just do that, please. And then, yep. Cool. Armrook, I was born a Wamblin man. Broker is trading at the depot, so we need to request goods. We have some weapons. Interesting. We have some rough gems. These are going to be worth very, very little. We have 3 logs. We have some cloth. Got some boulders. Do you want to just load them up on boulders? I think we're going to have to do some really quick crafting here. But that's going to be our tavern. Why not? They're in here socializing. Caravan leaders socializing. Yeah, I would love for the digging to happen. You were digging... Oh, because our other miner is the broker. So I'm going to say hold off on brokering until we have something to broker. 5, starving, dehydrated, or drowsy. Oh, our animals are not having a good time. I can't just tell them to, like, feed them from our food stores, can I? Migrants! Oh my god. Hilarious. I'm so used to just not getting migrants. Wow, we just got 7 people. Okay, so we're gonna do some workshops. We're gonna do a stoneworker. We're gonna do a mechanic. We're gonna do a crafts. And a jeweler? I think if you put animals on restraints, they get fed. Interesting, okay. We have some ropes, right? We got some, though I think some of those might be not ours. Hard to tell. Let's do rope slash chain. Use closest. We're just gonna... Okay, we have 3. Turns out if you don't live in a cursed ruin where the creatures were mutilated and it rains elf blood, then people want to join you. I guess. Who can predict these silly kobolds? I'm gonna say make a couple of rock mechanisms. I'm gonna say, I mean, this is for like blocks and stuff. Though I guess we want like some tables and statues, tables and chairs. I'm gonna do table, 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 throne, throne, throne. And then craft bold, you're just gonna do rock crafts. Right? Make... What am I missing here? Make rock crafts. On repeat. Urgently. And then you cut gems. Okay, so now I can add the llama. I can't do multiple things on one. Yeah, okay, weird. The llama I care about. The lamb I care about. And the yak I care about. Reindeer are grazers, but yak are not. I don't know that I believe that. So I'm gonna do the reindeer. Kobolds love slushies and snowboarding. True. Why not? There we go. Now we're down to 2 drowsy. The yaks. I mean, the yaks are grazers too, right? Pretty sure the yaks are also grazers. We had a little bit of cloth. We could make a couple more ropes with the little bit of cloth that we have. Is that worth it? I mean, if it's just the 2 of them, right? I mean, let's do workshop, clothing, clother. Pretty sure that's how that works. Yak don't need to graze, they attack. Yak attack? I think they need some sacks. I need to make cloth rope. Please. Getting some cut gems, at least. Masterpiece shell earring, just right off the bat. Okay. Sure. Okay, so then if I do 2 more ropes. Assign the yaks. We'll be good, right? Everything will be fine. I have 1 table and 1 chair, right? Oh, I don't have a chair yet. you're working on it. You are doing stuff. You are doing stuff. They're going to be leaving soon, so now I need them to actually try. We have an amulet. We have 2 bracelets. We have a crown. We have some cut gems. Some quartzes, why not? You know what, just bring all the gems. We have an earring. We have a figurine. We even have some large gems. Ring. That's gonna be like it. Okay, we'll see if we can actually get something going here. Perfect. Trade. So you have brought some blocks, some wood, some rope, because of course, an instrument, an asmel, a cow, some booze, some hammers, some shoes, wheat seed, cave wheat seeds. That's probably a dwarven sugar. And dwarven and wheat flour, sweet pod seeds. I think those are gonna be important. I don't care about sand. I have a bunch of cloth, which I would love to be able to afford, but I doubt it. You have a bunch of food. We might be doing a bunch of food. By a bunch, I mean a tiny bit of food. And scrolls. Okay, well, what if we try to trade by mark all? It's a whole 780. Gracious. Okay. So we don't even get everything that I marked. In theory, we do have some seeds. Maybe we just need to be getting like actual food. Maybe we need a fish? I assume we can fish from the ocean. I assume we can fish from the ocean. There's a bunch of above ground. Maybe this is what we do. Maybe this is what we do. We import above ground crops, and then we're gonna have to like construct an above ground greenhouse. But I don't think there's gonna be any crops on the ground for us to grab. So I think importing it like this is gonna be the only way we can get them. And then just like some food, right? Whatever the cheapest food is. Could grab an anvil. I think, oh, you're okay with me taking an anvil. I'm surprised about that. Can I get like a bin of cloth? That's way too much. That's way too much. What's silk though? Do you have like, even just the normal cloth is way too much. Dwarven sugar is a lot. K-wheat seed bag is a lot. I think maybe some cheese. There was some cheese, right? I can get a little bit of cheese. I'm gonna do cheese instead of what did I do up here? Some of this. Here we go. Okay. Trade? Yes. Oh, wonderful. Okay. We traded literally everything that is worth trading. But we made a trade. Yak cheese? We could probably make yak cheese. Eventually. Okay. First caravan is done. Now we need to like set our priorities, right? We have a tiny little bit of construction going on. I want a little room for levers so that we can hook up our door. It's gonna be our little lever room. By little, I mean gigantic. That's actually kind of large, but whatever. How are we doing down here? This is, I mean, it didn't flood too much. So we're gonna go down another 10. We're gonna go down to minus 40. And then it looks like they are leaving. Yes, merchants are leaving. There is still a Yeti on the surface. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I want to make a lever. Plop that there. So make a pair of levers. We also need room for our nobles, right? Maybe that's something that happens next. We're gonna do pause. There's also the idea of like waterfalls and junk, but that's gonna be its own concern, I think. That's gonna be its own concern. I think we're gonna do a ramp down here. And then this is going to be for our nobles. Oops. I do like... I do like this, right? Like so, and then to start with, I really just need... Seems like wide. It seems very wide. But I think it's just because it's diagonals. Whatever. I just need a couple little offices for our dudes. So it's just gonna be like that for one of them. And then like this for the other. Maybe you go like this, you go like that. Okay. A pair of offices. We've already cut all of our gems. Sure, why not? We have 2 dedicated miners. We also got a talented miner in there. Yeah, let's see 3 miners. So we've got 3 miners. We don't need any woodcutters because there's no wood. Let's not worry about hunting. Planting hasn't happened yet. We have a fisher bold. I don't know if we want to do fishing on the surface though. I mean, you do have fishing enabled. What if I set... Oh, is this... Good. It's all gonna be aquifer. It's all gonna be aquifer. Let's do... I even told you to do... I told you to do damp dig. Why didn't that work? Right? 1... Like that? Is that how it was? You sleeping? We're gonna need like a dorm pretty quick. A snowstorm has come. gonna have to smooth this entire fortress. But if I can link this, we might not have more mechanisms. Oh, I guess we're good. That all got done, so I'm gonna just remove the stairwell. And then here, I need some doors. Also gonna have to smooth all of this. Oh my goodness. Just do it. Just do it now. And then, yeah, you keep working on crafts. I think that's fine. I think that's a good idea. And then you did finish this. But this is not... This seems dry. This looks dry. Okay, well that's good. So now let's go down another 10. I have no idea if we're just threading the needle or not. I would love the chairs to show up. So I can at least turn these into functional offices. Right, so then this becomes an office for the stockkeeper. And then our caravan voice gets the other one. Not a meeting area. Right. This goes to the voice. Curl. Our voice is named Curl. So that at least satisfies them. So now I can start putting in work orders. Hooray. We haven't built a kitchen or anything yet, so that's probably going to be what's next. We are getting dangerously low on booze. That is concerning. How do we want to lay this out? I mean, I guess I'm confident that there's not cave right here. So that's good. Scrambling to get a farm going in my fort right now. It's a thing, ain't it? It's a thing. I guess I want to check up here. We have a bunch of snow-covered ice. There's a fluffy wambler. That's a fluffy wambler. But this is all just ice, right? I don't think ice could grow anything even if it wanted to. It is just all ice. Do kobolds have the same booze requirements as dwarves? Yes. There's our Yeti. Well, I don't know if it's exactly the same. I don't know that they require alcohol to get through the working day, right? I mean, I guess we can check. Yeah, not maybe it's not quite the same. They might be more like humans and elves. Where like they need to drink, right? They don't want to get dehydrated, but I don't know that they need alcohol the same way dwarves do. Which is interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Likes working outdoors and grumbles only mildly at inclement weather. Yep. Yeah, they're also more okay with being outside than dwarves are, and they don't get cave adaptation. That's the other major difference. Oh, a chair. I should put a chair here. There we go. Now we have a functional dining hall. Door. Nope, don't cut doors. Never tried any other race. This is my first world trying not dwarves. And this is a mod, in case it's not obvious. These are kobolds coming from a mod. And I mean, they play a lot like dwarves. There are some notable differences though. Like their personalities, like their default personalities are a bit different. Personally can't fathom why anyone would want to live in an orderly and harmonious society and values eloquence. But the main one, like others in her culture, she holds well-laid plans and shrewd deceptions in the highest regard. Sees friendship as one of the finer things, cooperation is very important, deeply respects hard work, finds merrymaking and partying worthwhile, values family, craftsmanship, nature, and knowledge. So I think kobolds generally, at least our civilization's kobolds, like the plotting and shrewd deception thing comes up. They do like to party. They like outside more than dwarves do. Yeah, they like to party. These are party animals. I would love to find our caves. I guess let's just keep going down. I'm gonna go down to like 70. Surely it is somewhere. But, so if this is our tavern, this is crafting, and this is offices. Let's say the kitchens, I mean, the kitchens could be like up here. I don't think this was wet, but it's all gonna be, the aquifer is all gonna be like amorphous, so I don't actually know what levels have aquifer. We should just assume that every level has aquifer and not worry about it. Maybe that's the answer. I'm gonna say that this hallway is gonna continue around this way. Whoops. Maybe just like this, room for whatever in here. Something like that, and then this can continue. Oops. Oops. Like this? We've never done an intersection like that, have we? Or two curves just cross each other like that? Do something like that. Why not? We'll have a nice little plaza there. And then something over here as well. And maybe the same thing. We're gonna be... Whoops. Something like that. And then... And this goes this way. Whoops. That gives us some starting areas. We could say... Does the kitchen go on this floor? Do we do... Maybe back here is where we store... No, maybe... So there's the kitchen workshops, there's the raw food, and there's the cooked food. Those are 3 things that we need to find spots for. Maybe raw food and shops go up here. They're organic looking, right? I think kobolds don't do straight lines. That's been our philosophy so far. Because why would you? So then this is going to become our kitchen area. Just do a big blob, right? And then you'll enter through there. Nah, like that. Like so. And then I want a stockpile for the raw food. Just the bottom. No, not quite. And it's just gonna go... Maybe we do this. Maybe we go this way. And then our food stockpile goes like this, and it'll expand out that way as it needs to. Right? Because then if you're in the stairwell, I guess I didn't really mean to use that stairwell as our way up, but whatever, I guess that's fine. I might say there's gonna be other routes. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I do want it near the dining hall. Really, I want them to be able to make, like, grab food, make it, and then put it somewhere. Maybe I don't use the stairwell. Maybe I caught it just in time, and we're gonna say that this kind of goes across like this. So we'll still have this path out here. Right? And then we'll say that there's a connection between these two. Because that makes sense. And then the way this connects is like over here. So I do... Or like over here. I mean, that basically works already, just as it is. All right, we'll just do that. So there'll be a connection there, so maybe then our food stockpile goes here. I think I like that. I don't know what this is going to become eventually. This is temporary. So maybe this is our prepared meals? Hydrate. I can tell I've been talking a lot because I haven't drank in any of my water. My posture is good, at least. How are you? How's it going? We are plotting. We're plotting real good. I think this makes sense, because then we would just have an entrance here. So if you're making stuff here, you just go across and then dump it here. I think that will work. So we're gonna make a little room here. It'll be all weird shaped. But I don't want to touch those two tiles. But then I just want it to be like this. And then also like that. Right? Right? And then if we have to co-opt this space for our meals, then so be it. I don't think it's gonna be an issue for a little bit. But that'll get us started. That'll get us started, I think. And of course that means I want like the priority to be here so that I can actually start making booze. Hello Lanix, how's it going? Tired, continue to be tired until I go to bed. Yeah. Solve with caffeine. Yeah. I'm gonna try not to do too much caffeine. I'm only mildly dependent on it. Did I? Yeah, I already screwed that up. Okay. Maybe we're gonna do... upward ramp? I always forget about upward ramps. So we're gonna do upward ramp there. Right, that should work. That should be fine. Should be fine. Should be fine. So then I want these to be top priority. Like that. Some area in here for our booze making. Or for, I guess this is for... This is just for where the booze goes. Here's where we're gonna make the booze. Oh, so I'm like this. Okay, go. Ugh. Just about to boot up Dwarf Fortress myself, had to transfer my region save to my laptop because we're going back into this particular location I'm at with a vengeance. Excellent. What are you vengeancing against? Is there... Do you have a foe? We have a Yeti. So we're in a joyous glacier. By the way. We have not yet found our caves. And can't grow anything yet. So... hoping we get to that pretty quick here. We still didn't find... Still haven't actually found a cave down here. So they haven't actually dug more. Elves and a few towers, excellent. The elves of one civ decided to break off the alliance, and I'm genuinely curious about why they did it. Interesting. We're at war with humans in this world, and I don't know how that happened. Because we were friendly with them. And then we weren't. Yeah, our drink situation is going to be the situation, right? We have... Most people are doing things. Yeah, here we go. Dig! Dig! Still. I need a couple of stills. Mind you, did this within the first 3 seasons of the start of the fort, so I decided to go back and on a new save and see what I can get up to in terms of going after their animal. Neat. Fun. You. Brew. Whatever you can brew, please brew. I think what I need to do is, like... Some of this I don't want them to work on quite yet. Because it's just... kind of busy work. We'll say like that. Oh, we're going through our booze. We are going through the booze. Oh, okay. We did get a wine barrel. Okay. That was something. Because we got those blueberries and such. Thank goodness. Okay. Just work on that, please. I'm not going to make any meals until we have our booze situation under control. Finally, we have discovered the caves. It is way the heck down here. Is it, did we... No, it's just down here. Okay. Interesting, okay. Well, there's water down here. Muddy dead dimple cups. And there is, I mean, multiple layers of water. Maybe we just need to make a well. Fresh? This water should be fresh. As long as we can find the spots where it's deep enough. Like over here, this is deep enough to be usable in a well. This is all pretty shallow. Yeah, that's a lot of water. Is this like the whole cave? Oh, there's definitely more. I bet you this goes up and we just never saw it. Okay, so we're going to erase here. At least we might get dye. True, dimple cups. We do have access to dimple cups here. That was hilariously not a thing that we had last time. And cave spiders. And cat poppers. What else is here? Just a yeti. Okay. There are trees. There are at least trees, and I see a bunch of mud, so I think a bunch of more trees are going to start. At least in theory. We also have a bunch of aquifer. We might do some aquifer irrigation up above to get our farms going. But let's remove those. We're just gonna do upward stair. And then floor in, not furniture, floor. No, gotta wait. Alright, the rest of this is good. What is this? Morian. Masterpiece Shale Ring. Very good. Oh, I'm still on 7. Duh. I would like that to happen now. Some proper drama. Can you patch alliances in adventure mode? That would be cool. I don't think you can. In adventure mode, you can speak for yourself, but you can't, like, speak on behalf of your civilization, right? That would be really cool. I would totally do a diplomat adventure. That would be really cool. Okay, Laura's gonna go there. Gonna seal up our caves again so that we're safe. I'm gonna kind of ignore this for the moment. We've not seen a homed caravan. Our civilization does not like to give us caravans, for whatever reason. Yep. Or no, that was fall. That was autumn. So now this is winter. Okay, hopefully we get a home caravan. That is what I'm hoping for in this season. So I want to find a layer that has aquifer, which shouldn't be hard. It's like all of them. I don't think that Tarn truly has a good amount of diplomacy built into things yet. I want him to have more, honestly, because I want the outpost liaison to have a bigger impact on things. I agree. I agree. What I want to do, I also want more control over it in fortress mode. I would love to be able to have like my own little diplomat. We brewed all our food. Okay. This is the drink we have. Clock's ticking. I would love to be able to do diplomatic relations in fort mode, right? Like, especially if I'm the capital. I should be able to, like, send a diplomat to the elves and say, would you like to be friends? That's what I would like to do. Or go to the goblins and try to negotiate a peace somehow. Even if they demand, like, 30 artifacts, you, like, give me the option, right? So I think... So this isn't leaking. So I don't know why this is showing up as... Maybe it would. Maybe we just farm directly above our stockpile here. I'm gonna do... I guess I do want hallways, don't I? I do still want hallways. Someday we should do like a no hallway fort, where it's just a bunch of connected rooms. We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna say... I'm gonna say this connects out here. I'm gonna say the ramp goes up right here. Honeycomb fort? Yeah, that'd be cool. Why not? I'm just gonna do like a little way through here. We'll do all of this eventually. Blackberry seeds, artichoke seeds. Making an above ground farm here is going to be interesting. which means I want to do it. This is clearly filling. Well, we don't have wood, right? We don't have bins. That's really the trick here. Gonna need bins for our goods. Because you can't make like rock bins, right? There's no, like I know you can make rock pots, which maybe we should be doing. Hello, this is, one of the things I nag at him about, but apparently it's planned for fairly soon, so he won't rush out like peacemaking trade requests. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's on the roadmap, right? We are nothing if not patient. But I agree that it should be a thing. It should be a thing. More ways to interact with this really interesting world, right? We have a lot of digging going on, so the solution isn't just more digging. Maybe we do have 4 miners. Maybe we do just have a bunch of miners, at least to get this started. Well, you're the one to nag about it, right? He's not gonna listen to us, that's for sure. Let's say... I guess I want to have a way to get into the caves so that I can get some trees, because that seems important. It seems significant. So we're gonna say... I mean, this is all mud, so hopefully this is gonna become more trees, right? I see some saplings, though it's not very tall. I guess this is a little bit. I think we're gonna come in. I guess I'm gonna do like this, right? So I want to come in like this. I want to have a little corner. I'm gonna come up. Do like that. Oh, and I also wanted to... Nope. I wanted to make a hotkey for down there. Because that's a lot of scrolling. We'll say here. Let's see how pissed off these elves can get once they start sneaking into their forest retreats. Maybe I'll be the one to start the war this time around. Fun, fun, fun. Also, why can you never tell the civ name when you're doing fortress mode pre-embark map? I really wish you could tell the parent civ names of your civ or like other civilizations, because you can see your civ. You can see the playable civs, I guess. Okay, so here's this. And then I want this to be our farmland. Do a big oval type thing. And then hopefully we're gonna actually find some aquifer here. I imagine we are. It says it's wet. Maybe it'll drip from the ceiling, which would actually be perfect. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think this is gonna work. The other civs? Yeah, I guess not. Nope, I told you, everything is damp dig. I guess the things from design tool don't respect damp dig. That's what's going on. Good night, JM. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully this is gonna continue, right? We're not gonna die right now, so we'll be here. Be here on Thursday. I hope you come by. Have a good week. So I'm gonna make some doors. I need to make some doors. Say, let's just start with 10 doors. And I'm gonna let this basically aquifer itself. And then we're just gonna have to drain it. We would drain it by... I guess, are we gonna use the caves for our well? Or do I just like fill a cistern with aquifer water? Of course, it's all leaking from above, so I can't smooth this part. Because of course. We could also just farm in the caves for that matter. We do have some nice big flat areas. Kind of. I'm gonna do a gate here for safety. We don't have a river, do we? Do we make like an artificial river? Maybe we have artificial magma rivers on the surface for our sauna. Is that a river worth praising? Well, that was quick. Let's go link that to a lever. No mechanisms, okay. Just make 10 for now. And then that, I mean, that's doing its thing. Doors, perfect. And then this will eventually drain by magic. How far are we from the edge? We're still a fair ways from the edge here. Yeah. That would work though. It's gonna be a little relief valve, I guess. Which means I want floodgates for it. I'm gonna toss some doors in here so this can keep filling. Oh, dang it. Do stuff faster. Rock, floodgate. And we're just gonna do, not that. We're just gonna do a pair of those. I suspect Tarn and I share some executive function oddities, so I get yes, but only in this order, but sometimes we can tip him over. Sorry, cat on ARB's typing mode engage. I understand that mode. I understand how that works. Yeah, I mean, it's his jam, right? I mean, I think the priorities he's set so far have been fine. Um, I think Siege is an interesting thing to be working on right now. I think that'll be good at making the game more interesting, which is probably a priority, right? Especially working towards myth and magic stuff, which is what everyone wants. We're gonna smooth here. I'd also love for this to not leak, but you know, I'm not quite sure how to do that. I guess we're gonna mine up here and smooth the aquifer floor. How deep do I need to make the water? Oh, a stretch. It's already midwinter. I haven't seen the kobolds yet. Please, please, kobolds. Please send me a caravan. I do really need one. $60 levels. Sieges are also the next part of the villain's arc that got interrupted by Premium. True. Keep saying they're not doing arcs anymore. I mean, we've already seen. I feel like we've already seen more than we would have if we were doing arcs, right? In the old sense. Even if it's like an arc, but we get bits in it in little chunks, I think that's a win for everybody. Yeah, I already hate this hallway. Is this all wet? No, not quite all of it. Interesting. Aquifers are weird. So we're gonna go up. Right? I'm gonna say... No, not like that. Not that, not that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Go up. And then this is mostly just gonna be a remove the aquifer layer. It's just gonna be like, hold on. Hold on. So I'm just gonna essentially go like this, right? I'm just gonna make this all more awkward, I'm sure. So then that's all damp dig. I'm probably gonna end up sealing this off again too. I just don't want water here. I don't want water anywhere, but I don't think we're gonna be that lucky. We have dustings of mud. I think we're looking for small piles of mud. Does this really even matter? Am I wasting my time here? We could probably open this up, right? No, not quite. Oh, because we didn't have mechanisms. I didn't have any. Link to here. Thank you. Honestly, I think they've been doing great in recent months. Honestly, I agree. Hopefully, I'm hopeful they do more or less keep the schedule, because the underground rewrite that was part 1 of Myth and Magic contains some of the biggest personal hopes. That one is the most mysterious to me. Like, I don't know what we're expecting from that. Dwarven caravans and migrants are raving through caverns. Yes, agree. That would be very cool. Okay, and then above here is also, but we can smooth this, right? We're gonna smooth this. And then we're gonna build farms in here. That seems like it's working. I'll start with a couple bigger ones. Yes, there's water at this location. I know. Isn't it great? Is that too much water? I can't have too much water in here. Oh, but that didn't quite. To at least get one going. What? The rocks? Site submerged, okay. So I need to be muddy and then dry. And this is just immediately... Curse you aquifers. Curse you aquifers. I think this is getting there, though. I see mud. I think I see mud on basically every tile. So now I think I just remove these doors. And let it drain. And then I can go to like, wait, I know there's water. I don't care. Why do you care? There's too much irrigation for this farm. So I am gonna have to just mine this out, right? Should this also drain? Maybe we drain like this as well. Absurd. Okay, I think it's settling out. Now it's spring. We did not get a caravan. Our home civ did not send us a caravan. Are we forsaken again? We've been really good at this. We've yet to actually be in control of a fortress that becomes a barony in this world. Like that, we haven't gotten that far with our home civ yet. Well, there's war. There could be war. I mean, we are on the opposite side of the world. It's not a very big world, but we are on the opposite end. And there are a bunch of goblins between here and there. But I kind of figured your home civ would at least put a high priority on that first year, right? We'll do like that, and then we'll do like that. And then maybe like that. That's probably plenty already. We'll do like that. There's our farms. And there's our aquifer. I mean, at least this seems to be drying out. So I'm going to put a pair of doors here. But this all just drains. Eventually we'll come back and make that prettier, but for now, this is what I care about. Okay. We have... Let's check our seeds. We have plump helmet spawn. We have some cave wheat. We have a bunch of above ground stuff. And some rock nuts. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say these big ones are gonna do plump helmets. Here's gonna be plump helmets year round. Just curious, is this a mountainous embark? I always embark in mountains and I hardly ever get economic sites. We are on a glacier. We decided to be weird and embark way down here. Our home civ is up here. We are down here on a joyous wild glacier. Cause that's what fate guided us towards. So we're on a glacial beach. Here's our little entrance here. Spring has arrived. Oh, come on. It's all submerged. I know it. I know it. So like our site government, right? Or that's us, and then this is our home civ, and then the dwarves. That's all. We're only gonna get the dwarves. All right. I mean, I guess that's fine. Okay, look, they're planting. Okay, perfect. So then the other one, I think sweet pods are gonna be important, right? And then cave wheat? Or maybe quarry bushes, plump helmets. But sweet pods are going to be important. I'm going to say you are going to do pigtails and dimple cups once we figured that out. You can do quarry bushes. And then you can do cave wheat. And you can do... whatever, we'll just leave that one for now. Dwarf is a dwarf, yes. So I'm gonna do... now we need to make some stockpiles, right? This is gonna be our raw food stockpile. Alright, so there's going to be food, all except prepared meals, and drink. Nope. And not cheese, I guess, and not seeds. And some of the other things will probably not be in there, but we'll deal with it later. I guess I would want cheese, because cheese goes into meals. Oh, I have... so I generated the world. Actually, I wonder. This world was generated before the recent dye update. So I kind of assumed I just don't have access to it, but it has all the stockpile controls in here. That'd be fun. I would like to play with that. So then this is going to have not food. And this is going to be our, like, prepared meals and junk. Prepared meals. Drink. Drink. And that's it. Okay. So of course I did the thing that I hate doing. I made 2 doorways into this room. So now they're gonna cut through this room instead of using the hallway to get to this. Oh well. I guess we need another route over here. So we should do... Because that's down, right? Could do like... Like that. Blam. That'll help. So, we are planting food. That's the important part, right? We have plump helmets going into the ground. That's job number 1. That's just gonna be, oh, I haven't actually done this yet. We need to do that before this floods. We'll come back and fix that at some point. Okay, so food is ending up here. Our booze is there. Okay. So. What's our next priority? Mushroom. I think we need to get into the caves and get some trees, right? So now we have a closable gate. I think we need to chop some trees. Okay, and now. Choppy. Fortunately, this isn't all water. There's a lot of water here, but it's not just all water, right? Seems like an option sometimes. And then none of that. Do I have a woodcutter? I do not. Israk, you are now our woodcutter. And then we need a spot for it to go, right? So there's gonna be like a production floor. Apparently. We're gonna go here. Whoops. Just for the record, nothing makes me happier than watching people put their farms where they darn well want them rather than being forced to put food production near the surface. Yeah, totally. I mean, at some point, like for underground constructions, underground 1 below the surface is the same as underground 50 below the surface, and the same below 100 below the surface, right? It's all just underground. All just stuff. We're gonna go... How's this gonna work? Maybe this comes back around. Be something like this. Just a big loop. Right? I don't know that that's the most efficient way to do that, but who cares? I think we're gonna have production on this floor and then stockpiles not on this floor. I guess I screwed that up already, didn't I? These could be relocated. Big ol' bean, yes. I think this is going, nope, nope, nope. This will get expanded. This will become our stone crafters and such. Maybe it's like crafting shops inside and then like stockpiles on the outside. So I'm gonna say that our carpentry is gonna happen like here. Don't need very many shops for it, but I want a big stockpile for it. Maybe not that big. Right, so then wood will go there, carpenters will go here. Such a useful tool. It's my favorite. It's for the record, the dig tool, the design tool, is my favorite DF hack feature. And I like me some DF hack. Did we succeed here? We did. Okay, so this is going, right? This is... I guess we have water going if we want to make a cistern somewhere. We would just plug it into here and fill it. To this... Oh, there's aquifer down here too. Okay. I wonder if kobolds favor heart-like shapes in their layouts. I think they don't think about what things look like from above. I think they dig forward. And when they're done, they're done. Okay, I think we're at the point where we need actual shops here. I'm gonna do like a third, maybe even a fourth still. And then I need some kitchens. 4 of those. And then you might get fish going at some point. I'm gonna do a pair of fishers. Then a tannery. Probably just need 1 tannery, right? And then like a pair of butchers. And then I'm sure we'll want a farmer for something, right? So I'm just tossing a farmer. I don't know what it's gonna be for though. We'll have space to toss in some kerns if we want to. Is Third different DF hack design mode. Lots of people missed it, and selective mining when it came in back in 43-ish. The one that I've been using, I don't know when it came from, but this design tool, this is my favorite. I know that it has had some iterations since the start of Steam version. But I wasn't playing like right before the Steam release came out. I wasn't playing for a little bit. I kind of was on a hiatus and then came back when the Steam bit came on. But I know it's changed a bit even in that time period. Nope, more doors. Okay. So, time for work orders. Time for brew and brew. And lavish meals. 10 at a time seems fine. We're gonna need to get storage containers. Actually, maybe just 5 at a time. Or 4, since we have 4 workshops. Drinks less than 200. Fermentable things. We'll say, I guess 10 is fine, and then storage items we're also short on. Neat. Oh, but we have fermentable plants. Okay. Right, that should be all fine. And then lavish meals. We want to be checking on lavish meals and cookable items. But also, what I've been doing, no, not that. Drinks. Drinks at least 100. Prepared meals less than 200. This is how I don't cook all my booze. So we won't make meals until we have over 100 drink. I think that works. So clearly we need some bins. Be a bit before I can actually do that, but I'm just gonna put it in here. Empty bins less than 10, logs greater than 10. I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say we're gonna do it 5 at a time. GUI's fantastic. I agree. The fact that we have GUIs still blows my mind every once in a while. Okay, so now I want... I guess our caves are open. I need to keep that in mind too. This is gonna be our wood stockpile. Nope, don't have doors. I want a carpenter. This is gonna be our stoneworkers. So I guess we're gonna say that we're gonna have like a stone stockpile out here. Which at the very least helps declutter things. We'll say that that goes there, that goes there. Hey, look, it's wood. Then a bunch of stoneworkers go in here. Look, they're making bins. Make my bins. So then if random rocks are going there, then our crafting is going to go nearby. I feel like it should be larger than just this. Though honestly, we could just put like stoneworkers and our rock-based craft shops in one room, right? So maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is just our rock room. And then we're gonna want jewelry. I guess mechanic can go in here too. So then maybe jewelry goes over here. I do want to have at least like 4 shops in here, right? So that'll go there. And then we'll say our gem stockpile is going to go over here. This will be for like our gem stockpile, but also our inputs and outputs for decorating. We'll just put them all here. Okay, so we're going to say stoneworkers up around here. I don't know how many I honestly need. Get rid of the jeweler. Get rid of this stoneworker. Oh, hey, I made those floodgates. Mechanic can stay. We'll get rid of the clother. And I want just a couple more craft shops in here. And we could do like a second mechanic. I think that works. Oh, we just gave birth to puppies. Cool. So then I guess we want room for outputs. That's also the thing. So we'll say here will be our, well, I guess furniture, right? Where do we put our furniture stockpile? This is kind of central. Yeah, I'm gonna say furniture is just gonna go over here. Those generally need to be large. Right, and then we'll just say we're going in through here. We're going to say that that's going to hold the wood and stone furniture. Got a lot of kaolinite. I guess if we're going to be messing with magma, could do porcelain stuff. Okay, so this is for like junk rocks, right? I guess we should find a place for kaolinite too, because that's going to be its own thing. I guess we'll put kilns in here too. Why not? I'm gonna say all other stone. And that's it. In my experience, if you're backed up enough on furniture placement that it's slowing production in the shop, it's an overproduction problem. I use about 10% the stockpiles most people do. Yeah. Part of the issue is that we've been doing a lot of going back and forth between adventure mode and fort mode and like reclaiming our forts, which just unassembles half your furniture and puts it back in a stockpile. So I've had a couple situations where those stockpiles overfill and then we get completely gridlocked, and that wasn't fun. But I like to have stuff on hand, especially like beds. I like to just have a bunch of beds on hand for when I make a bunch of bedrooms. This is going to be a gem stockpile. Now it's summer. Hooray, summer. It's already been about a year. I've already been here like a year. This is our gem stockpile. It's just gonna be all the gems for now. I'm gonna do some jewelers. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Good. This is just a big ol' stockpile. For the furniture. And we'll say our general stockpile here no longer does furniture. No longer does wood. No longer does gems. Gonna have to find a spot for finished goods. I guess that's the other thing, right? Because we're doing that here. Oh, there's gonna be aquifer up here. Good. Finished goods at least can be much smaller. Maybe both those things go in here. Maybe this is a bit large. I'll say that's the furniture. I'll say this is the finished goods. And that will further be broken down into chunks at some point. Probably. Go like that. What does that do for us? Food is happening. I see prepared wild boar heart. I see some quarry bush leaves. And a bunch of plant helmets. Okay, perfect. So, but we also need barrels. Or, if I'm so short on wood, I should just be doing... Is it pots? There's pots and jugs, right? Pots are what I can put booze in. Empty large rock pots. And boulders. Yeah, work on that. Sure, fair. Looking forward to reclaiming, not doing those shenanigans. I agree. That's probably my #1 request right now. Is just that. Is just making reclaiming your own fort less painful. I'll just add that when Putnam insists stockpiles don't slow the game down, she means that if you mostly don't use them, it's not a problem. I guess that's fair. But that's also just kind of how this game works in my mind. I don't know. A human caravan? Oh my goodness. They came from quite a ways away. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. Diplomacy? Oh my god. We're meeting with the human head treasurer. Cool. We probably want some leather. Simply place the cool feature on a pedestal and back away slowly, and the lag will calm down. There you go. I probably want some cloth as well. And wood. Can you just bring me wood? Just bring me wood. I actually care less about leather than I do wood. I just do... Here, just do this, right? Yeah. It's the more expensive leather, but fewer of them. Sure, why not? The rest of this, I think we're okay. Or maybe seeds. What kind of seeds can you bring me? Yeah, all of them. Bring me all those seeds. Oh, and animals? Pets. I want hamsters, sure, yeah. I want... Do I want... I think I want llamas. Let's say llamas and alpacas. Large roach. Does anyone want a large roach as a pet? Or a sloth bear? That's pretty cool. Oh, and then bears. The humans can just bring bears. Yeah, sure, bring me grizzly bears. They'll like it out here. Horn bracelets and refined coal. Okay. Okay. Right when I came in, you asked if you can make stone bins. The answer is you can, but you'd never want to unless you're on a glacier or something because of carrying weight. Oh, that's fair. I am on a glacier or something. I am on a glacier. But that makes sense. Just use all my wood for wheelbarrows to carry around the stone bins. So I circle back around, that's fair. Here's some finished goods bins. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Then maybe they'll get the rest of that put into bins at some point. Looks like they're working on it. I should also check our cave. There's an eagle man. Eagle man? It's Apollo. Frail? I doubt it. Slow to hate, but rude. I love him. How do I want him to be my friend. He prefers consuming giant rat. I guess that tracks. I guess that tracks. Oh, there's a log up there. That's funny. I guess while this is open, let's go ahead and harvest the dimple cups that are down here. So that we have some dimple cups. They're plump helmets. Pigtail, dead pigtails. All of these are dead. There we go. Tunnel tubes? Can I even get over there, though? We need to, dig through here. Oh, and there's even trees here that I can get if I do that. That's cool. And then we can be over here. And I think the cave keeps going. I don't think we've actually seen everything. Oh, hi, Blind. Yeah, how do you make stone bins? Is it literally just bins made of stone? Or are they called something different? You can make wooden bin. Yeah, I didn't think you could. Only metal or wood. Okay. Metal? Jeez. Yeah, you can make rock pots. Yeah. Seems I'm wrong, just metal or wood. Okay, that makes more sense. Though, judging by our environment here, wood might be more common than, or metal might be easier than wood at some point. We'll see how that goes. There's some more stuff over here. Oh, I see. And then here's the edge of the map. Oh, there's more trees. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And then there was some more. Just grab the plants. Why not? Looks like there's more trees that are gonna grow, except that it's too short. Do I should I like knock out the roof or something? Get these to grow? We could go over here. We can already get over there. Looks like there's some stuff over here. If I can just mine over, right? We're just gonna go like this. And then chop a tree. Make copper bins all the time. Interesting. I guess that's a good use for copper. I do usually end up with just a bunch of copper lying around. Find it handy because if I want to empty a bin, I just melt them. That doesn't melt the contents? That's hilarious. I never even thought of that. Huh. I guess why not? Give me the trees, give me the trees, give me the trees. Oh my god, give me the trees. I think we actually explored this whole layer, though. So that means... yeah, okay. Is that the whole cave? So we only have one cave layer in this world. So I think that might be it. Unless there's more ups that we're not seeing for some reason. That's a small cave. It's a very simple cave, for once. It's like melting cage to get the dwarf out. I've also never done that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Back to lurking? Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, we're lurk friendly here. Oh, whoa, birth! Oh my gosh! Tirek has given birth to hatchlings. How many? Our beekeeper just gave birth. We aren't actually keeping birth. We aren't keeping bees yet. But we have a beekeeper, I guess. 5 children. But 3, you just gave birth to triplets. You have 2 other kids that aren't here. And your husband is here. Wow. And you're friends with everyone. That our last fortress, we fought so hard to get like 2 babies born. And a migrant wave. And now we got it. Look. We're procreating. You see, I was days late announcing the future of the fortress replies. Funny. Lurkers are the grease that keeps Twitch machine running 100%. 1000%. I love my lurkers. I love my lurkers so much I'm gonna bomb them all. Oh, bedrooms. We probably need some bedrooms. That's what I'm forgetting. Well, this is already kind of bedroom. It's just gonna be aquifer. It's just gonna be aquifer. Do I go down below? If I can even know what below the aquifer is. I'm gonna request our broker. I would love some more finished good bins. I don't think we're quite that lucky yet. Yeah, always ABL, always be lurking. Our food and drink is very worrying right now. Who is... Oh, because we gave birth to a yak calf. We need a proper pasture, don't we? Do I put the pasture in the cave? Because we don't have stuff growing in here for whatever reason. I know that happens sometimes. But I don't see moss growing in here. So we'd have to make our own little... We'd have to flood a different room to make a pasture. Maybe this. Does this become our pasture? There's some mud in there. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe... Okay, first bedrooms. Actually, first it's probably time to stop streaming for today. But we need to do bedrooms. Then we do a well. Maybe a well first. Now that I've made all this stuff without planning for a well. So this is gonna be our tavern. So this is kind of central, right? I don't know if I've really left anything that's gonna leave a hole. Maybe, well, maybe I have. So let's say we have... This tile kind of works. This tile kind of works. So we won't have it on this level, though I guess we could. We could. We'll leave that as an option. I'm gonna say our well is gonna be here, 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 here. We're gonna go down several levels. And then for safety, we need a stair along the side. I guess we'll fill that in afterwards. So we're just gonna go for it, which is fine. So then down here, I want a cistern. Yep, okay. Well, fortunately, it's just gonna be aquifer anyway, so it's just gonna be a self-filling cistern. No migrants! Oh, come on. And why are we fighting? We're falling. Why are we falling? There's kobold blood. Okay, well, I don't think you died. No functional hospital. Yeah, I know. We're already doing great. Already doing great. I didn't trade with the I didn't trade with him. No. I'm already so distracted. There's nothing happening here. I'm so distracted. Our main well is gonna be like right here. I guess it could just be out in this little open area, right? Just on the side of our little hallway here. Maybe I'll have like a little pillar in the middle here. So I'm gonna say that's gonna be the bottom of our cistern. And then this is gonna be room for more. I'm gonna do it in phases, right? Or we just channel. Why am I channel like this? Erase that. Erase all that. That's how we do it. Okay. This will be where our well goes. Don't have blocks. I probably don't even have ropes. I used my ropes. I can get my ropes back when I make a pasture. I'm gonna put a temporary floor here because I know kobolds. Rest of that should be fine. Yeah, just go ahead and dig all that out. Cool. Now just fill with water. I don't even have to do anything. It's just gonna fill. That's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Okay. I think we're off to a good start. I think we're off to a good start in this silly place. Got our glacial fluffy wamblers. It's like a polar bear. They're white because they're just surrounded by snow. We don't have a Yeti at the moment, but we do have an Eagle Man. I'd love to make friends with the Eagle Man. But yeah, I think we're off to a good start here. Our long-term goal, I think, is what's going to happen is the surface is going to become a resort. We're gonna make a retreat. We're gonna bring lava up and make a sauna, make like an artificial hot spring situation. And envisioning like a bunch of above ground structures that's just like for the resort, and then everything down below is going to be where the kobolds live. So hopefully we can get some like humans and dwarves to come in and visit our sauna, yeah. And then the kobolds just live below ground. I think that's our goal here. We managed to not starve. We managed to not kill anyone. We managed to get 2 whole trade caravans to show up, though still not our home civilization wants to come and trade with us. So that's fun. Maybe someday we'll get our home civ. Maybe. Above ground facilities? I think so. I think so. I think maybe we'll try to target the humans in particular. But I like the idea of it being like, here's the spa area, and then everything below is like the underbelly where things function, right? Maybe I've been playing too much Silksong. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me today. I'm gonna go eat some food. I'm gonna go try to acclimate a new kitten to our living space. Maybe. She ate from my little, like those little treat tubes. She ate from like while I was holding it for a while. That's as close as she's gotten to me so far. Come by on Thursday. We're gonna play more. We're gonna keep going from right here on Thursday. Come by on Saturday. We're playing the Discworld Point and Click from 1995. It is breaking my brain entirely. Come by for that. And we're just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going from here. Glad I found you. I'm glad you found me too. Thanks for coming by. Today's episode is brought to you by Lightning, Zap Zap, and by viewers like you. Clicking on all the buttons, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, hanging out anywhere. Just clicking on things. Just the clicks. That's what's zapping me full of energy these days. So I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope you stay kind.